AMD just landed a deal with OpenAI that could increase its value by billions, and most investors still have no idea what's coming. In this video, I will explain how you, as investors, should proceed now that this deal has been made. Recently, AMD announced a massive partnership with OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. This deal could be worth tens of billions of dollars, which would give AMD a strong position in the AI market. For years, AMD was seen as a smaller competitor in the chip world. Intel led the CPU market, and Nvidia dominated AI and graphics chips. But AMD didn't give up. Under CEO Lisa Su, the company focused on building faster, more efficient chips for both computers and data centers. AMD's Ryzen chips helped it beat Intel in the consumer market, while EPYC processors made AMD a strong force in cloud and server computing. Now, with its Instinct GPUs, the MI300, MI400, and upcoming MI450, AMD is competing with Nvidia. These chips are built for huge workloads like training and running large AI models. The new deal with OpenAI shows that AMD's innovations are paying off. OpenAI could have kept expanding its partnership with Nvidia, but it chose to also work with AMD. There are a few reasons for that. First, diversification. Relying only on Nvidia can be risky, especially when demand for GPUs is exploding. By working with AMD too, OpenAI spreads its risk and gains more flexibility and computing power. Second is competition and price. AMD's new GPUs are strong enough to challenge Nvidia's best chips, often at better prices. This gives OpenAI more leverage and helps keep Nvidia's prices in check. Third, financial partnership. As part of the deal, OpenAI can buy up to 160 million shares of AMD if certain goals are reached. That means OpenAI will directly benefit if AMD's stock rises. So what it all comes down to is OpenAI gets more GPUs and a stake in AMD's growth, while AMD gains a powerful customer and proof that its technology can compete with Nvidia. Right now, analysts expect AMD to make about $50 billion in sales by 2027. But if this deal goes as planned, it could push those numbers up to $60 billion or more. That's why it's reasonable to believe AMD still might be undervalued. Even after a 30% rise in AMD's stock, the full impact of this deal hasn't been priced in yet. It could completely reshape how Wall Street values AMD in the coming years. Even though this deal is great news, I still see a few challenges. First is execution. Delivering millions of powerful GPUs over several years is not easy. AMD has to meet strict timelines and performance standards. If production slows or products underperform, it could hurt the company's reputation and profits. The second is dilution. Because OpenAI can earn shares of AMD when certain goals are met, AMD might issue more stock. That means each existing share becomes worth a slightly smaller piece of the company. If all of OpenAI's targets are reached, dilution could be close to 10%. Finally, there's competition. Nvidia still leads the AI chip market, and Intel is also trying to improve its products. Nvidia currently controls about 70 to 80% of the AI GPU market. Its H100 and upcoming H200 chips are in huge demand for AI model training. One of AMD's key strengths is that it makes both CPUs and GPUs, allowing them to work together better. This gives data centers simpler, more efficient systems than mixing products from different brands. Nvidia's CUDA software still dominates, but ROCm is catching up quickly. We often look at valuation ratios to see if a stock is expensive or cheap. Right now, AMD trades at about 25 to 30 times its expected 2028 earnings. That's not cheap, but it's reasonable for a company growing this fast in a booming industry. I think the market hasn't fully realized how big this deal really is. AMD's new partnership could reshape the company's growth path for years. Following the OpenAI announcement, AMD's stock price shot up sharply. On Wednesday, AMD stock hit all-time high, finishing the day at 235. Expect some pullbacks in the weeks to come. This kind of sharp climb, followed by some consolidation, is typical when a major catalyst hits the market. Expect some more sideways movement. As AMD proves it can deliver on this contract and sign more partnerships, the stock could continue climbing, even after recent gains. The bottom line is AMD's deal with OpenAI marks a turning point in the company's history. It shows that AMD can compete at the highest levels of AI technology and earn the trust of major players in the industry. There are still risks, including production challenges, dilution, and strong competition, but the long-term potential is huge. The deal could boost AMD's revenue, profits, and reputation for years to come. For me, AMD is a smart, long-term opportunity. The company is on the right track, the AI market is booming, and this partnership could push AMD into a whole new era of growth. If you enjoyed my analysis of the AMD stock, make sure to subscribe and check out my other stock-related videos. Until next time, goodbye.